Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I just have come in the house. It's scorching hot, and luckily my wife seen that little snake right there. I just about stepped on it, and it tried his best to strike at me, tried to get me. Then, before I killed it, it slithered underneath my dog, and one of my dog's name's Bandit, and she's older, and she was laying there asleep under the picnic table, and the snake went all the way under her, then come out on the other side and started striking at her. And I had to get the dog to move, but luckily she did not get bit, and finally got it away from her, and I finally killed that little snake. I cut his tail off to begin with. You can see by the picture on the outside. This is not just what I'm going to talk about, but I want to give y'all a little heads up. Oh, them things is crawling, and they are, right now, this time of the year, copperheads, rattlesnakes, everything like that right there. There's babies on the loose along with their mamas, so beware if you're in your yard. And if you can mow as short as you can mow and keep your yard clean as you can, because them snakes right there will get you. And where it was at, it was right beside our flower bed, and they're known for loving rocks and stuff like that. So I've got to move every one of our rocks in a little bit and look to see if there's some kind of snake in there. It's the only one I've seen, but if you see one of them, there's going to be a mama and a bunch of other babies somewhere else. But this was as aggressive as snake I've ever seen in my entire life, especially as little as it was. But let's get to bugging out. I got this on my mind. Y'all, there's so many prepper channels and survival channels talking about prepping out, showing you how to pack up this huge backpack, more or less pack up everything in your house and put it on your back and go ahead and survive and live in the woods and bug out. To me, that's hilarious. The only way that I would recommend bugging out, if you have to, or if you more or less just have to leave your surroundings, your house, to go somewhere else due to somebody either after you or some kind of disaster happens, just more or less you just got to leave your house. You can go no further than your home. Remember that old saying right there? That's very true. But if you are going to go outside like that just for temporary, it'd be a different story. But they're teaching, they have been a long time, y'all, teaching to go ahead and just bug out and you can just live out there. Y'all, where I live, all that's out there in them woods right now to bug out in, if you stay out there for a while, it's just pestilence from snakes to mosquitoes to ticks, fleas, you name it, it's there. Any kind of biting bugs that sucks the blood out of you in the woods. It's a terrible place to have to do it. They don't call it roughing it for nothing. That's temporary. Forget about all them videos. I don't care if it's one of the biggest survival channels everywhere. They want clicks and views. That's how we get paid. So the more clicks and views that they can get, no matter what kind of story they're telling you, because lots of them survival channels and prepper channels, to be honest with y'all, most of them is not doing what they're saying. They are on here telling like they know everything, how to survive and all that, which there are some good ones, don't get me wrong. But if anybody's teaching to throw a backpack on you and take your family out in the woods for survival from now on, for bugging out and putting this big old heavy backpack and just loading yourself down, that ain't going to work. It's a joke, just to be honest with you. I just had my mind on bugging out when I seen that snake. Just like I said, bug out if you have to, till you get somewhere else or something like that right there, but only if it's a have to. If you want to go camping or something like that, that's a different story. But I'm talking about just going to deep woods in the middle of nowhere where it's just rough as everything. Good luck on that. That's where they're not teaching it right whatsoever. But y'all, beware of the snakes and everything else like that right there. This was very hard to see too. It blended right in. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.